See the first question. The 3 points whose position vectors are I plus 2j plus 3k, 3i plus 4j plus 7k, 3i minus 2j minus 5k. These vectors, position vector is nothing but if you consider this as A, B, C, this will give OA vector, OP vector and OC vector. Now you have to check these points, ABC will form an equilateral triangle or form a right angle triangle or are collinear or form an isosceles triangle. Now for this, see here AB, BC and CA vectors are not given. For that we need to find first AB, then BC and CA vector. See here, if I want to find AB vector, it will be equal to, directly you can write here, actually by using a triangle triangle law, you can write this, or else directly see here, AB vector is nothing but OB vector minus OA vector. So if you subtract those two, you will get 2i plus 2j plus 4k. BC vector will be OC minus OB. So it will be minus 6i minus 6j and 12k. Then CA vector is equal to OA minus OC. It will be equal to 4i plus 4j plus 8k. If you want to find AC, it will be AC means OC minus OA. It will be equal to this one. Now clearly you can observe this one. AB vector is 2i plus 2j plus 4k and CA vector is 4i plus 4j plus 8k. So if you multiply AB vector by 2, you will get a CA vector, right? So we can write CA vector is equal to 2AB vector. CA vector is equal to 2AB vector means the line should be there. There should be collinear. These points, what are those? ABC should be collinear since CA vector is equal to twice of AB vector. So it will be collinear. So on option C, those points are collinear. Second one, the position vector of the vectors of a triangle are given to I minus j plus k, I minus 3j minus 5k and 3i minus 4j minus 4k. Then it is a equilateral triangle or isosceles triangle or right angle triangle, right angled isosceles triangle. So let us check with this one. See, first you need to find the vectors. Okay, here AB vector, BC vector and CA vector you have to find. Here the position vectors are given. The position vectors of the vertices of a triangle is given. Position vector nothing but OA, OB and OC is given. By using this you have to find AB, BC and CA. Then you need to find the magnitude of those vectors. Is it clear? Then you find the magnitude of those vectors. So if you find the magnitude of those vectors, it will be root 41, root 6 and here root 35. So if you add these two, so it will be equal to 35 plus 6 will be equal to 41. So it forms a right angle triangle. That is option D. Next one, the ratio. Okay, so the ratio in which the line segment joining the points 2, 4, 5 and 3, 5, minus 4 is divided by the point 0 to 23. Options are 3 is to 2, minus 2 is to 3, 1 is to 2, minus 1 is to 2. See here, simple. The ratio in which, this is a one formula you have to remember. The ratio in which the point, if it is P of x, y, z, divides the line joining the points x1, y1, z1 and b, x2, y2, z2 is given by L by M. There are four formulas, so you can use any one. X minus x1 divided by x2 minus x or y minus y1 divided by y2 minus y. Or you can write z minus z1 divided by z2 minus z. So here L by M will be equal to x minus x1. What is x point? X is here. It is 0. These are x, y, z. And here x1, y1, z. x2, y2, z. Is it clear? Is divided by the point. So this will be x, y, z. So it will be 0 minus 2 divided by 3 minus 0. So that you will get the value as minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3 is nothing but option B. See the next one. The position vector of the point which divides the line segment joining the points 1, 3, minus 9 and 6, minus 2, 4 in the ratio 2 is to 3. That means you need to use the section formula. Right? Section formula will be MB vector plus NA vector divided by M plus N. Here this is M into N. So you need to multiply M to the second one, right? Plus N to the first one. Is it clear? So what we can write? See, this is nothing but options are 3, minus 1, minus 7 is there. So this is nothing but it will be 3i cap minus j cap minus 7k cap. Is it clear? These are the components are given. Now, so what you can do, you have to directly you can do, what you can do, you multiply 2 to the second one plus 3 to the first one divided by m plus n, that is 2 plus 3. So here, if you multiply this one, 2 into 6 will be 12. Clear? Then here you have to multiply 3 into 1, then again 2 into minus 2, 3 into 3. So it will be here. Directly you can write, no need to use those formulas, directly write. So this will be now 6 into 2 plus 3 into 1, 6 into 2 plus 3 into 1, 12 plus 3. Next term will be, see this one, 2 into 2, it will be minus 2 plus 3 into 3, it will be 9. So it will be minus 4 plus 9. Next, see this, 3 into 4, it will be 12 minus 18. 2 into 4, 8 minus 27. Yes, minus 8, correct? Minus 8. Sorry, 3, where it is? Yeah. 2 into 4, 8 minus 3 into 9 will be 27. So it will be minus 27 divided by 2 plus 3. So if we simplify that, 15, 5 minus 35 and divide, you'll get 3, 1 minus 7. So OP vector components are 3, 1 minus 7. So vector will be 3i cap plus j cap minus 7k cap. So that is the option C. Okay. See, if a magnitude of A vector plus B vector is equal to magnitude of A vector minus B vector, then we can say that A vector is perpendicular to B vector. Okay. If magnitude of A vector plus B vector is equal to magnitude of A vector plus magnitude of B vector, then what we can say? A vector plus B vector, A vector, B vector are collinear. They are collinear. Is it clear? See this. If A vector is equal to I plus lambda j plus k, B vector is equal to I plus j plus k, and magnitude of A vector plus B vector is given as magnitude of A vector plus magnitude of B vector, then lambda is equal. By using a previous result, here you can see this. If this is the condition, then A vector plus B vector, A vector, B vector are collinear. Collinear is nothing but they are parallel to the same line. Whenever two lines are parallel, one should be the multiple of other. Right? You have studied this one. That by using that condition we can find. So what we can write? A vector should be equal to some multiple of B vector. What we'll write usually? A vector is equal to lambda into B vector. But anyway, here already lambda is given. So we'll use other notation. So what we can write? A vector is equal to some m into B vector. Okay, here I have taken P. See here, A vector is equal to, that is I plus lambda j plus k is equal to some multiple of P. Here P is any constant into I plus j plus k. Now what will be the possible value of P? First we need to find the value of P, right? P will be equal to 1 because here I is there, here it should be I only. K and K, here it is 1 is there, here also it is 1, right? So the value of P is equal to 1. By comparing these two, we can write the value of lambda is equal to 1. That is option option D. See the next one. If A vector and B vector are two non-zero and different vectors such that magnitude of A vector plus B vector is equal to magnitude of A vector minus B vector, then the angle between the vectors A vector and B vector. By using that result directly we can say, right, magnitude of A vector plus B vector is equal to magnitude of A vector minus B vector is nothing but those two vectors should be perpendicular each other. So the angle will be 90 degree, that is C. Or if you want the method, see here, as I explained you, this one you can write like this. So square on both sides, magnitude of A square, magnitude of B square plus 2A vector dot B vector is equal to magnitude of A square plus magnitude of B square minus 2A vector dot B vector, so that you can cancel this. So it will be 4A vector dot B vector will be equal to 0. So this is equal to 0. It's nothing but those two vectors are perpendicular. See this question. If A vector is equal to 2i minus 3j plus k, B vector is equal to, it is given, then the area of the parallelogram having a diagonals A vector plus B vector and B vector plus C vector. Remember one thing, to find the area of a parallelogram, if it is the adjacent sides are given, then you have to find the magnitude of A vector cross B vector. If it is the adjacent sides are given. If it is the diagonals are given, then to find the area of a parallelogram, the formula will be half into magnitude of A vector cross B vector. Here A vector is a diagonal and B vector is also another diagonal. Remember, if it is adjacent sides are given, then magnitude of A vector cross B vector. If it is diagonals are given, then half into magnitude of A vector cross B vector, where A vector and B vector are the diagonals of that parallel. Let us see the answer. Options are given: root 21, 1 by 2, root 21, root 23, root 23 by 2. See here, A vector, diagonals are what are those? A vector plus B vector and B vector plus C vector. First, let us find that A vector plus B vector. So add this, it will gives you one diagonal. Then find B vector plus C vector, it gives you another diagonal. Then substitute in the formula. Half into magnitude of C. A vector is equal to A vector plus B vector and B vector will be equal to B vector plus C vector. Then area of a parallelogram is half into magnitude of A vector cross B vector. So option here you need to find the magnitude. Okay, find that. How to find magnitude? Determinant of I, J, K, 1, minus 3, 2, then minus 1, 2 and 0, then expand so that you get the magnitude, then multiply by 1 by 2. The answer will be root 21 divided by 2. That is option B. So the next one, if A vector is equal to I plus 2j plus 3k and B vector is given and another vector is also given, then A, B and C vectors are given and A vector plus alpha B vector is perpendicular to C vector, then alpha is equal to, what we can find? Since A vector plus lambda B vector is perpendicular to C vector, their dot product will be equal to 0, right? By using that, you can get the value of alpha. Options are 5, 4, 3, 2. Let us see the solution. See, A vector plus lambda B vector into dot product of this is equal to 0. So if you multiply 1 minus lambda into 3 plus 2 plus lambda into 1 plus 3 plus lambda into 0 will be equal to 0. By simplifying this one, you'll get 5 minus lambda is equal to 0. The value of lambda will be equal to 5. That is option A. See this. If A vector and B vector are the unit vectors and is the angle between them, okay, alpha is the angle between them, then A vector plus B vector is a unit vector when the angle is equal. Now we have to show that A vector plus B vector should be a unit vector. Then what is the possible angle? Okay, options are pi by 4, pi by 3, 2 pi by 3, pi by 2. See, it is given that we have to prove that this should be a unit vector. Unit vector is nothing but magnitude of A vector plus B vector should be equal to 1. Right? So we'll consider that magnitude of A vector plus B vector is equal to 1. So if you square on both sides, this should be 1. Okay. Magnitude of A vector plus B vector whole square should be equal to 1. This is not 0. Okay. Now if you apply the formula, magnitude of A square plus magnitude of B square plus 2A vector dot B vector will be equal to 1. Now, A vector, this is A vector as well as B vector is a unit vector. So what we can write? This is 1 plus 1, 2. A vector dot B vector will be angle, it is cos alpha. We are using the dot product. So A vector dot B vector will be cos alpha, angle between them is equal to 1. So if you take 2 common, 1 plus cos alpha is equal to 1. So cos alpha is equal to minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2 is nothing but the value of 2 pi by 3. The angle will be equal to 2 pi by 3. That is option C. Okay. See the next one. The vector 2i minus mj plus, okay, 1, I cannot see that value here. See that. And 1 plus I minus 2mj plus k include an angle for. Include an angle for. The value of, you need to find the value of m, right? Two vectors are given, then it includes an angle for m is equal to minus 1 by 2, whether it includes an angle, or m is belongs to minus 2 to minus 1 by 2, or for all the possible values of m, or m is less than minus 2, or m is greater than minus 2. See, the vectors A vector and B vector include an acute angle. If it is their dot product is greater than 0. This you have to remember. So it includes an acute angle whenever the dot product of those two vectors should be greater than 0. So now you can use that formula. A vector dot B vector. Two vectors are there, multiply, okay, corresponding elements and add it. So that you will get 2 into 1 plus m plus 2m square plus 3m is greater than 0. Now if you multiply this, 2m square plus 5m plus 2 is greater than 0. Now simplify this, the value of m will be less than minus 2 and you will get m is greater than minus 2, minus 1 by 2. So possible values are m is less than minus 2 or m is greater than minus 1 by 2. In this case of m, if you substitute this value for m, then it includes an acute angle. Okay. See this. If n1 vector, n2 vector are the two unit vectors and x is the angle between them, then the value of cos x by 2. Options are half magnitude of n1 vector plus n2 vector, half n1 vector minus n2 vector, or half into n1 vector plus n2 vector, or last option is magnitude of n1 vector plus n2 vector divided by 2 into magnitude of n1 vector, magnitude of n2 vector. See here one term is missing, sorry. See, magnitude of n1 plus n2 whole square is equal to magnitude of n1 square plus magnitude of n2 square plus 2 into n1 dot n2. Okay, 2 n1 dot n2. So this is 1 and this is also 1, similar to the previous problem. Plus this will be 2 into cos theta. Cos theta is the angle between n1 and n2, right? So if you take 2 common, it will be 1 plus cos theta. So this is equal to 2 as it is 1 plus cos theta. What is the value of 1 plus cos theta? It will be 2 cos square theta by 2, right? You have studied this, you know the formula. 1 plus cos theta will be 2 cos square theta by 2. By using this, we got 4 cos square theta by 2. But we need the value of magnitude of n1 plus n2 will be square root of that. Square root of that is nothing but 2 square will be equal to, square root of 4 will be equal to 2 into cos square theta, cos theta by 2. We are taking the square root. So this will be 4 cos, this will be 2 cos theta by 2. So it is equal to n1 plus n2 divided by 2 is equal to cos theta by 2. The option will be 1 by 2 into magnitude of n1 vector plus n2 vector. I hope you understood. Here you are taking the square root. So this is square root of 4 will be 2 and here 2 cos theta by 2 will be there. So we need the value of cos theta by 2. So cos theta by 2 will be equal to 1 by 2 magnitude of n1 vector plus n2 vector. See this? Let A vector is equal to xi plus yj plus zk and B vector is equal to j. Then the vector C vector for which A vector, B vector, C vector form a right-handed system is. Right-handed system means 3 vectors will be there. Those will be perpendicular each other. Okay, all the 3 vectors. A, B and another one is a unit vector. Those will be perpendicular each other. Here we have considered C. Options are yj, B is minus zi plus xk, C is 0 vector, D is zi minus xk. Okay. Options are, see here, to find the unit vector, what you have to do? You need to find the cross product of the other 2 vectors. So here A vector and B vector is given. C vector will be equal to A vector cross B vector. So if they are the unit vector, then you need to find the unit vector. You know the formula, C cap will be equal to C vector divided by magnitude of C vector. Okay. If they find the unit vector, but here they did not ask about the unit vector. They just, you need to find the vector which is perpendicular to A vector and B vector. So just find A vector cross B vector so that you will get the value as, you know, first substitute that. This will be x I j k, then x y z 0 1 0, expand along the last row. So that you will get the value as xk minus zi. Xk minus zi. Sorry. Yeah, xk minus zi, that is option B. Xk minus zi, that is option B. See the next one. If u vector, v vector and w vector are 3 vectors, non-coplanar vectors. Non-coplanar means they are not in the same plane or they are not parallel. Okay. Then u vector plus v vector minus w vector dot u vector minus v vector cross v vector minus w vector is equal to, options are 0, u vector dot v vector cross w vector, C is u vector dot w vector cross v vector, or 3u vector cross v vector cross w vector. Let us see this. See, this is given, right? U vector plus v vector minus w vector dot u vector minus v vector cross v vector minus w vector. Now, if you multiply this, u vector cross v vector, next will be minus multiply u vector cross w vector, next minus v vector cross v vector. That is nothing but their angle between them will be 0. So sin 0 will be 0, or directly you can say v vector cross v vector will be 0. So next minus into minus will be plus v vector cross w vector. Now again you need to find the dot product of this with this one. So here you can see this u vector. See here, this is the scalar dot, scalar triple product, because here dot is there, here dot product is there, and here vector product is there. So it will give you a scalar triple product. Now if you multiply u vector dot u vector cross v vector, u vector dot u vector cross v vector, how to find the scalar triple product? Just you need to find the determinant of those first, right? Then second coefficient you have, right? Then third coefficient you have, right? Then you need to simplify, then so that you will get the determinant. Here you can see this. See, u vector dot u vector cross v vector. U vector is there, again u vector is there. So two rows will be same. So this term will be equal to 0, right? Next, u vector dot u vector cross w vector. Again u and u is there. Again this will be equal to 0. Next, what is remaining? U vector dot v vector cross w vector. That is here. See, u vector dot v vector cross w vector. If it is same vectors are is nothing but that will be equal to 0. Here v vector cross with this one will be 0. And so we can write this v vector dot u vector cross w vector. Then v and v will be equal to 0. Here again w vector dot u vector cross v vector. Here w is there, so this will be 0. Again here w is there, so this will be equal to 0. Now what is, see here, this u vector dot v vector cross w vector will be same. Now here we'll can write this one similar to this, as it is like this we'll write. See here you can see this. If you use the cyclic way, if you write u vector dot w vector cross v vector, then the scalar triple product will be same. But here see this one we have written, we have to write like this. So it will be u vector dot v vector cross w vector. So this is not same. So it will be negative of that one. So minus into minus will be here plus. Again here also you can see we are writing it this way. So this will be now u vector and then v vector, then w vector. So it is in the cyclic order, right? So whenever this is in the cyclic order, so we can write it is same. So it will be u vector dot v vector cross w vector, so that you can cancel this and this. So remaining with u vector dot v vector cross w vector. That is answer B. U vector dot v vector cross w vector. Okay. See the next one. If 1 minus pi plus 2 into 1 plus j plus 3 plus p into k and 3i plus j are right angles to each other, then the value of p is, their right angles each other means their dot product should be equal to 0. By using that you can find the value of p. Options are A is 2, B is 3, C is 4 and D is 5. So dot product A vector dot B vector will be equal to 0. Simple. These are the CET problems. Okay. 3 into 1 minus p plus 2 into 1 plus p will be equal to 0. So that we will get the value of p as 5. Say this. If A vector is equal to 3, B vector is equal to 4 and magnitude of A vector minus B vector is 5, then you have to find magnitude of A vector plus B vector. Options are 6, 5, 4, 3. See, it is magnitude of A vector minus B vector. We need to find magnitude of A vector plus B vector. But here it is given that magnitude of A vector minus B vector is given. So by using that, if you square on both sides, so this will be now 25. Magnitude of A is given 3, so it will be 9. B is 4, it will be 16 minus 2 A vector dot B vector. So that here it is 25, right? So it will get cancelled. A vector dot B vector is equal to 0. Now, since see here, A vector dot B vector is equal to 0 means those two vectors are perpendicular each other. Whenever two vectors are perpendicular each other, magnitude of A vector plus B vector will be equal to magnitude of A vector minus B vector. So directly we can write that is equal to 25. Or else you can use this formula. See this magnitude of A vector plus B vector. Well, now we have to find this, right? So square, it will be equal to 25. So magnitude of A vector plus B vector is equal to 5. Or what you have to do, you can write this as magnitude of A vector square plus magnitude of B vector square plus 2A vector dot B vector. So A vector dot B vector will be equal to 0. So it is remaining with same. So magnitude of A vector plus B vector is equal to 5. Since they are perpendicular, so magnitude will be same. See this, if A vector and B vector be two vectors such that A vector dot B vector is equal to 0 and A vector cross B vector is equal to 0 vector, then the correct statement is, can we consider A vector is parallel to B vector? See, if you consider A vector, similar, same problem we have solved in the theory concept also. A vector is parallel to B vector, then we cannot write A vector dot B vector is equal to 0. Right, so this is not possible. A vector is perpendicular to B vector. If they are perpendicular, angle between them will be 90. So we cannot write A vector cross B vector is equal to 0 vector. Right? Either A vector should be equal to 0 or B vector should be equal to 0. Then the dot product will be equal to 0 as well as the cross product also equal to 0. So option C. Okay. See this. If A vector, magnitude of A vector is equal to magnitude of B vector, then what is the answer? A vector is equal to B vector, or minus A vector plus B vector is equal to 1, or magnitude of A vector plus B vector will be equal to 0, or A vector plus B vector is perpendicular to A vector minus B vector. See, if I find the, see, either this should be equal to 0, or you can check with this condition, A vector plus B vector dot A vector minus B vector. If you find the dot product of these two, it will be magnitude of A square plus B vector dot A vector minus A vector dot B vector minus B vector square. Here B vector dot A vector is equal to A vector dot B vector, right? So that this will get cancelled. Magnitude of A square and magnitude of this will be equal to 0. Is it clear? Because magnitude of A is equal to magnitude of B. This is magnitude of A vector square is there. Here this will be, can be considered as magnitude of A vector square since they are equal. So both will get cancelled. So this is equal to 0. So dot product of those should be equal to 0. So we can say that A vector plus B vector is perpendicular to A vector minus B vector. That is option D. See the next one. If A vector, B vector, C vector are non-collinear vectors, okay, they are not parallel, such that A vector plus B vector is parallel to C vector. A vector plus B vector is parallel to C vector, and sorry, this is not there, okay, and C vector plus A vector is parallel to B vector. A vector plus B vector is parallel to C vector. Then C vector plus A vector is parallel to B vector. Then options are given. A vector plus B vector is equal to C vector. B is A vector, B vector, C vector taken in order to form the sides of a triangle, or B vector plus C vector is equal to A vector, or none of this. Let us see this. See what is given here. A vector plus B vector is parallel to C vector. Okay, here I have not written one step. See, A vector plus B vector is parallel to C vector. Is nothing but their parallel means their angle between them will be 90 degrees. Sorry, angle between them will be 0. So we'll go with the cross product. So A vector plus B vector cross C vector will be equal to 0. Right? Since they are parallel, we'll take the 0, 1. That is A vector plus B vector cross C vector will be equal to 0. And C vector plus A vector cross B vector will be equal to 0. By this, what we can write? A vector cross C vector, right? A vector plus C vector. A vector plus B vector cross C vector. We can write A vector cross C vector plus B vector cross C vector is equal to 0. A vector cross C vector plus B vector cross C vector will be equal to 0. Similarly here, C vector cross B vector plus A vector cross B vector is equal to 0. Is it clear? Now, by this, see here, A vector cross B vector, A vector cross C vector plus B vector cross C vector is 0. Is nothing but, see here, you can write B vector cross C vector should be equal to negative of that. I mean, this should be equal to C vector cross A vector. Is it clear? See, a vector cross product is not commuted. A vector cross B vector will be not equal to B vector cross A vector. It will be negative of that. So here these two are equal to 0 is nothing but I can write B vector cross C vector is equal to C vector cross A vector. Similarly here A vector cross B vector should be equal to ulta of this, right? That is B vector cross C vector. By this we can equate everything. See here A vector cross B vector is equal to B vector cross C vector. This will be equal to C vector cross A vector. Now if you take the magnitude everywhere, magnitude of A vector cross B vector is equal to magnitude of B vector cross C vector is equal to magnitude of C vector cross A vector. What will be the magnitude of this? Magnitude of A vector, magnitude of B vector, sine C. Is it clear? Because A vector and B vector, this is by using a sine rule. If you consider the triangle ABC, okay, here we'll consider a triangle. Here you take the point as A and here B and here C. Now since this is an angle A, then opposite to that will be A vector. Here if it is an angle B, opposite to that will be B vector. You have studied in the first process, sine rule. If this is a C, then opposite to that will be C vector. So A vector and B vector will be there and angle between them. If this is A and this is B, angle between them will be C. Because opposite to this angle, here C vector will be there. Is it clear? So this is now magnitude of B vector, magnitude of C vector into sine B. This is magnitude of C vector, A vector and sine B. Now divided by magnitude of A vector, B vector and C vector. So that you will get this as sine C by C. Okay, this is sine A by A and this will be sine B by B. So this represents a sine rule. I mean triangle's sine rule. So by this we can say that A vector, B vector, C vector are the sides of a triangle. Here see, option is B, taken from the sides of a triangle. 19th one. If A vector, B vector are three vectors which are respectively B vector plus C vector plus A vector and A vector plus B vector such that three vectors which are, we'll see, magnitude of, I think there is a mistake in the question. Magnitude of A vector is equal to 3, magnitude of B vector is equal to 4 and magnitude of C vector is equal to 5. Then magnitude of A vector plus B vector plus C vector is equal to 3 root 2, root 3, 5 root 2, 2 root 3. See, A vector dot B vector plus C vector. No, here the question should be, sorry, the A vector, B vector, C vector are three vectors such that which are perpendicular to, okay, A vector, B vector, C vector are three vectors which are perpendicular to, respectively perpendicular to B vector plus C vector plus A vector and A vector plus B vector. Since they are perpendicular, dot product of that should be equal to 0. I can write A vector dot B vector plus C vector will be equal to 0. B vector dot C vector plus A vector, C vector plus A vector will be equal to 0. Then C vector dot A vector plus B vector will be equal to 0. Right? See here, A vector dot B vector plus C vector is equal to 0. That means A dot B vector plus A dot C vector is equal to 0. Here B dot C vector plus B dot A vector is equal to 0. Then CA, CB will be equal to 0. Now if you add everything, AB and BA both are same, right? AB plus BA both are same. AC plus CA same. Then BC and CB both are same. So this will be now 2A vector dot B vector plus B vector dot C vector plus C vector dot A vector will be equal to 0. Now take a square on this. What is A plus B plus C whole square? It will be equal to A square plus B square plus C square plus 2 into AB plus BC plus C, right? By using that, this term is equal to 0. So it will be just, you have to take magnitude of A square, magnitude of B square and magnitude of C square. It is given. 3 square will be 9, 4 square is 16 plus 25. So it is equal to 5 root 2. Clear? So option C, that is 5 root 2. Next one, if A vector and B vector are two perpendicular vectors, then which one is true? If they are perpendicular vectors, obviously A vector plus B vector whole square will be equal to A vector plus B vector square, right? Because A vector dot B vector will be equal to 0. So it is equal. A vector minus B vector whole square is also equal to A vector square plus B vector square. Since minus 2AB will be equal to 0. And A vector plus B vector whole square is equal to A vector minus B vector whole square. So that is also true. If it is two vectors are perpendicular. So all the options are true. A, B, C are true. So the option answer is D. Okay. Thank you.